use waste to grow things in to help feed mainly the poor people all over the world. Now I simply do it at home in the UK. As you can see, I've got an arrangement of containers people can save for me or collect myself. And what I do is, for example, a big 6 pinter I wash, and then I cut a Stanley knife, and that's all I do. Literally get the Stanley knife and cut around the edge. So you've got a flap, and then what I do, I have a choice. If I'm going to use them for base containers, then I would just leave that like that and decide to put a container inside or a crop just inside. So that's a base container, and that's a water reservoir, if you like, going inside there, which you can also put another bottle inside, and that becomes a water reservoir as well. But what I do, I cut off the bottom around there. I use that bottom half to put my seeds in and compost. Then I transfer what's germinated into the bottle which I fill with compost, and it grows on. Most gardeners will talk about drainage. There's my drainage. I undo the cap or do it up. Decide whatever. Thank you very much for entering my film. Right, so that's my very youngest grandson wanting to drink. That's him sorted. Right, that's the problem I want to do. I'm just showing you the label on. That's all I do. End up with two halves, one bottle of compost, seeds in that one, germinate, or can sow in that one. But basically what you do, you put one inside another. So you can have a base rows like that with a bottle inside, or you can grow something in that one. There's so many variations on what you want to do, but the idea is you can use as many as you can, and they all become water reservoirs in their own right. And as that sits up, as I said, does there, so when you've got compost in, say that's the height in compost, water that falls in that one is lower, so it doesn't actually interfere with the plant above. So if it rains a lot, then it will overflow into that bottom one, into that one. So that's how that principle works, very simply, in that way. Alright? So stage is how we carry them. And this is what you do, you just get a piece of wood, handle hole, and through they go. I have them stepping one side to another like that, so they actually self-stand on the floor. And to show you one of my old ones, there's one here, and that just self-stands on the floor, which I've been using. As you can see, they're old, going brittle, but they still serve a purpose. They're reservoirs, and that's an old one that I've used as well. But that's basics. Onto the beans, you can do it with 6 pints or 4 pints, and you just make up self-standing rows like these, and that's how you grow things in. Right, and that's the beams off pallets. Break pallets up and do it that way. Alright? Yep. Right. These are my different systems of growing things. Same principle. You can have these up against a wall or a fence, rows facing forward on the same beam, so they're all facing forward that way. Within there you put a cane, ordinary bamboo cane, through the middle. So each container has got a hole in the handle, hole at the bottom, one there, and you fold it down so it collapses like a cushion. So you end up with a cane going through the middle like that. And that's how you can do them vertically. You can turn them sideways and have them on a beam. You can have 6 pints or 4 pints, whatever way. You can grow them up against a trellis or railings where you just tie them off, and they can go vertically that way. But that's the different ways of doing it. And you can muck around different sizes. But basically that's all it is. Size container on top. 1, 2, 3. Slide it down into position. job done. All that is just poked in the ground about 2 or 3, 4 inches, and the job is done in that context. So then that's what we do, and then you decide if you want to plant in. Just put your container with plant in, like I've got over on that side over there. There's just some old ones out in the snow we've had. They're old ones, but that's the principle. So they can go inside. You can put the big one, like I say, inside the little one. Whatever way you can make them small as you like. So you can carry them, little tiny miniature gardens, but it's instant garden. You can pick them up and transportable. So they're not positioned in one place all the time. You can move them around. So right, hold that there and I'll show you some plants. What I put in over there. Right, there we go. There's some plants here, using the same principle. Right. There's some ones we put in the snow, rock hard, frozen stiff, but Mother Nature's trying to keep them growing, but that's still the same principle. You can do them en masse, so you can cover any area. I don't need any surface. Any surface to do. Water, they still float like a raft. But at the end of the day, the system works. So that's where I'm at the moment. I'm just trying to tell the world that we've got all the waste. We don't know what to do with it, but I do. We can feed people, and that's the main idea. I'm not trying to tell people how to grow things or the quality of what they grow and things like that. It's just that it's like reinvented the flower pot, if you like. We're using a vertical container on the ground, vertically or horizontally, whatever way you want to grow something, you can by using my system. All right, thank you. This is another totally different one. This is one container. Instead of cutting the top off, I've cut it basically in half, and now it's turned into a double-sided growing system, which I'll use for putting whatever, a few hairs of composting each one to whatever required depth are required, and there you go. One instant grow gardens again. So you've got out of one bottle, you've got 2 planters, and that's another idea I'm putting forward this year to go to with my others. So. More information, please visit recycling.moonfruit.com, and you'll see photos that I've taken over a period of 10 years to prove that my system works. Thank you very much.